The city of Cincinnati boasts a robust brewing heritage dating back to the 19th century when it was one of the nation's largest brewing centers.
So Cincinnati and beer are synonymous. Beer is such an important part of our heritage. We sit here in the John Houck House, who was a bear baron, and it's part of our legacy as a city.
Cincinnati remained a brewing capital until Prohibition forced many of its historic breweries to shutter their facilities. In recent years, Cincinnati has seen a resurgence in the brewing industry, with historic breweries like the Christian Moerlein Brewing Company reestablishing themselves in the region.
Yeah, so Christian Moerlein was the largest pre-Prohibition brewer in Cincinnati. His buildings, many of them still stand today, such as his house. Where Rheingeist is now is a bottling plant. Where the brewery district main offices is where his office was. So his buildings and his legacy is still seen in our built environment over and over and over again.
Cincinnati's brewing legacy stands proudly in its historic buildings. And as time marches forward, the need to preserve these architectural treasures becomes increasingly urgent.
If we don't step in on some of these structures, what happens is they just continue to deteriorate over years to a point where they just truly cannot be saved. It becomes a public safety hazard, a public nuisance, and unfortunately has to be demolished, which leaves a hole in a community from both a walkability and quality of life standpoint.
Sadly, many of these structures have fallen into disrepair, facing the threat of demolition. Preserving the historic and architectural fabric of the Hamilton County region is a part of the Port's mission. Nestled on Mulberry Street in the bedroom community of Mount Auburn sits an important piece of Cincinnati's brewing history. Built in 1870, this building was home to the Moerlein family for more than 30 years. Following years of neglect and vacancy, the structure faced demolition in 2012. The Hamilton County Land Bank stepped in and utilized its historic stabilization funds to secure and stabilize the structure, preserving it for future development. Today, after decades of disinvestment and deterioration, a local developer is breathing new life into the property. A life sustained through stabilization.
Without the port, so many of our everyday buildings would be demolished. Without the port, our historic resources wouldn't be as rich. Without the port, we wouldn't have the funding and the resources available to be able to make these projects work. Most importantly, historic preservation saves our collective history. It saves what is unique about our city, and it honors our past, and it also honors our future because we need our past to understand where we're going.